Good evening. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Saturday night in the basement. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you. We got not a ton to talk about, but there's some fun stuff to talk about. So, I think we got a pretty decent stream in store, I must say, even if I do say so myself. Pretty good stream. Hope you enjoy it. But as always, before we begin, we fill the cup, we light the smoke, and then we prepare, because it is time to get nerdy. What's up? What's up? Not you. Get down, cat. Now let's get down before you fuck up my camera. Thank you. Well, there's an intro for you. What's happening? Daniel, how? What's going on? Brooke, what's going on? Chat, what's going on? People that are nice enough to click on it for the replay. How are we all doing? Hope you're doing good. I'm doing okie dokie. Ready to go. Ready to talk about the nerdy things that have happened since Wednesday. Excuse me. We're going to talk about CinemaCon and the nerdy things that happened at CinemaCon. Or at least the nerdy things that happened at CinemaCon after Wednesday when we talked about the shit that happened Monday and Tuesday. But there's more to talk about in regards to both Marvel and DC. And believe it or don't, I found a way to work a little Star Wars thing into this motherfucker too. Because I saw something earlier this morning. I had to fucking work this morning, by the way. I'm a little tired. Yeah, I saw this interesting little thing this morning. You know what? Ooh, Mexican food? Nice, Brooke. It's delicious. I had sushi today. I'm pretty fucking happy about it. I gotta admit, I am pretty fucking happy about it. So. Is that in my replies? I need the original report. Talk to me, Goose. How are we all doing tonight? How was the end of the week for us all? Actually, you know what? We'll talk about that too. Forgot about that one. I just found something that's interesting. Looking for the other thing I wanted to talk about. Anyway. Carne Mexicano, steak slices with onions, tomatoes, and salsa. Other than the tomatoes, it doesn't sound bad. I don't do raw tomatoes by themselves. Like, I eat pico, which is raw tomatoes, but they're like sopped in all kinds of other flavor. Therefore, I will eat them. I'm not one of those people who just like eats raw tomatoes because they like raw tomatoes. Like my pops was one of those that would eat raw tomatoes. Just sprinkle some, slice it up into the discs, sprinkle some salt on them, and eat them on up. A little crazy. I can't do that shit. But I can eat them in like any kind of, what up, Griff? What up, Delta Dan? I can eat them in like any kind of prepared form. Like if you cook them, like I'll eat the shit out of some goulash. I mean, that's just tomatoes. Like I'll eat them stewed. Obviously, I'll eat them turned into some kind of, liquid like form, like ketchup or marinara. Uh, Chili broth. Yeah, salsa. Well, that too. But yes, I will eat what my wife fucking makes me. But why that's not bad is because like my wife can fucking cook. So those are quite easy to follow orders. Like if I'm being real, those are pretty easy to follow orders. I've had fried green tomatoes once. It was not bad. It's all about, well, a lot of it's about the breading, and the rest of it's about what they do for the flavor of the mater. Yeah, I've had a decent fried green tomato. They did the tempura really well, so it was good. Tawanda. It sounds vaguely familiar, but I can't place it, Spicy Dan. Or are you quoting the movie? Yeah, that was Kathy Bates at her finest, that movie. Kathy Bates can fucking act. Although these days, she's Matlock. I actually should find a way to watch at least one episode of that show. Oh, that is from the movie? Okay. I'd be very interested to see Kathy Bates' version of Matlock one time at least. Just because I respect her as an actress, and it'd be interesting to see her take on that role. Because, it's fucking... It's some Andy Griffith shit right there, bro. Originally. Delta Dan! Oh, wow, listen to this one, babe. Delta Dan's wife's favorite snack is sliced baked tomatoes with mozzarella and a balsamic glaze on top. She's Italian. That's how the chat ends.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds pretty goddamn good. What is that? What did they put on the crostini? Bruschetta? Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Because I keep trying to mix that up with bacon and bruschetta and bruschetta. Like, I mix those two up so often, so half the time I'm like, yeah, I want bacon on toast, which actually is not bad, especially with some Miracle Whip. Oh my God, I literally just remembered I used to eat that shit. You probably would not want to eat that, though, love. Yeah. Toasted bacon sandwich with Miracle Whip. That shit was so good. Yeah. Goddamn. I can't even remember the last time I thought of that fucking particular food that I used to eat all the time as a kid. Holy shit. That's crazy. Wasn't I just talking about the other day, like, the random neural connection with the church and the steeple hand thing? That is so wild how the brain works. Y'all know how that works, right? Like, memories are basically stored in neuron clusters in a spot. And the less you think about them, the more neurons grow in the way and block the path. So that's why you can't remember shit. And so one of two things is true for me. One, or maybe it's a mixture. I've killed a lot of motherfuckers over the years, and simultaneously other motherfuckers have grown in place. so some of my shit's blocked, but every once in a while, somehow you randomly land on a path and you remember some shit like that. I remember something like that the other day. Um, I don't really want to go over it. It's just like, you know how kids used to do, shit with their hands. I remembered one of those things, and then just now I remembered the toasted bacon sandwich. I figured. He needs it. Yeah, the BLT is a classic, except for I don't like lettuce or raw tomato, so mine just ends up being a B sandwich with Miracle Whip toasted bread. It's delicious. Yeah. Oh, fucking toasted fried egg sandwich or grilled kind of, Oh. Exactly, Brooke. Replace lettuce and tomato with more bacon, so it's a triple B sandwich. Take your layer of bacon, you got your bread, then you got your layer of bacon that would normally be there, and then you say fuck the tomato and put another layer of bacon on, and then you say, oh yeah, fuck the lettuce, put another layer of bacon on. How'd we get on this subject? Brooke brought up that he had Mexican for dinner. And then and then me being me, we started talking about tomatoes and how I will eat tomatoes and how I will not eat tomatoes. And then as I was just got done talking about that random neural connection hit, no, it's not mayonnaise. It's different. I like both. I grew up on Miracle Whip. I didn't start liking mayonnaise till I was in college, I think. Um, yeah, so then the random neuron pathway managed to connect up, and I remembered that, and now we're talking about BLTs because I brought up a bacon sandwich. Yep. Actually, I'm not hungry. That I ate a fat ass sushi roll for like late lunch slash early-ish dinner, and I'm still rolling pretty strong on that. Yes, because it's my stepdaughter's 27th birthday today. Brooke just finished and he's feeling kind of full. Well, I would hope so. And ready to talk nerdy stuff. Yeah, we're getting there. We always bullshit for a hot minute up in here, though, because we're just, we're a nice, good community. We like to talk to each other about stuff, and so that's what we do. You ate fast food for the first time in a while, don't the Dan? Oh, Baconator. Did you get the Baconator, like the full Baconator, or Son of Baconator? Like, more often than not, I get Son of Baconator, not because, well, sometimes it's because I'm not that hungry, but most of the time it's because it's $2 cheaper. Oh, we're gonna get to that, Brooke. Hi, Griff. Grew up on Miracle Whip as well. Can't remember the last time you ate it. Yeah, I haven't had Miracle Whip in for goddamn ever. I can say that with full confidence. Yeah, we're that's some of what we're going to talk about, Brooke. Actually, I planned on addressing that subject. It's an interesting subject, and despite its businessy nature, still very nerdily relevant. Nerdly relevant to nerddom. Yeah, I think that works the best. Going to China the last 2 weeks in July. So you're going to watch Fantastic Four in China and watch Superman back here in the West. Nice. Nice. Or my beat slapping right now. Okay. Oh, it is the same date here? Yeah, sometimes they do, Brooke. They do release earlier in other countries. The movies. Okay. Shall we begin, chat? Oh, you got the full one? Yeah, you haven't finished it yet? I mean, that is a hog of a sandwich, but I love it. I do only get the double, though. I have yet to get the triple. I might have to, like, literally not eat for, like, 24 hours at least if I want to eat the fucking triple. Or just be willing to pay the price. What up, Ned? How you doing, man? The true winner will be Nintendo. I don't think so. I think they're about to find out that people don't want to spend $450 on a handheld device. And then $80 to $90 on your first game. For a grand total of at least $530 just to play a handheld. I don't think they're going to be winning. It was the double Delta, Dan? Florida? What's Florida got to do with this? Are you in Florida? Well, that's why, part of why it's $450, Brooke. Anticipatory pricing. And that was especially after the, and we're going to keep this part of the chit chat tonight very limited. Mostly because I want to have fun and not get triggered, and if I stay on this subject too long, I'm going to get really triggered and go on a big old fucking rant about some shit that we don't even need to be talking about right now. So, yeah, China has retaliated with like 34% tariffs or some shit like that. That'll take effect here in a little bit. So, yeah. Are you talking? What the fuck are you even talking about right now, Ned? Some people will still spend the money, but nowhere near as many, I don't think. Especially because that's not the only thing that's going to be affected by the tariffs. The entire motherfucking economy is going to be affected by the tariffs. So, when it comes to that, just I'm going to end this. Temu prices going up. Oh, Temu prices are going way up. So, yeah, I did hear, Ned, now that you brought up the Zelda, that, like, what is it, Ocarina of Time and one other super fucking popular one they're putting back out with those upgrades that you just mentioned? Ocarina, whatever the fuck it is. You haven't bought anything Nintendo since the Super Nintendo, Griff? I love Super Nintendo when that bitch came out. I mean, I didn't have one. I had friends that had one. Madden Super Bowl was the shit. Back when I had Barry Sanders, and if I made the corner, gone! It was awesome. Switch 2 getting a GameCube controller release? Wow. Windwalker and Ocarina of Time? Cool. Your brother got you tickets to the San Francisco Giants game tomorrow for your birthday? Fucking A! So is tomorrow your actual birthday? Because if so, happy early birthday, Delta Dan. Cakes and dubs and happy birthdays in the chat for Delta Dan, man. Show him the love. Chat. Show Delta Dan some birthday love. That's pretty fucking cool, dude. I don't know if I'm gonna get to a Tigers game this year or not. I might. I will say the percentage, the chance is fairly low, but it might happen. Oh yeah, you need a dark game break, do you, Brooke? I mean, that makes total sense. And you can only stay in the dark for so long before you're like, you know what? I might like to see what the fuck's happening around me. Probably seeing the Minecraft movie tomorrow for the lulz. Well, believe it or not, we're actually going to be talking about the Minecraft movie just a little bit because there is a tie-in to nerdy shit with the Minecraft movie, and not just because it's a video game movie. All right. Not sure what that was about. I think one of my cats is getting the zoomies. You got the Super Nintendo Mini from a family white elephant gift. Nice. That's pretty dope. You had to go into an abandoned facility to get nuclear rods in your game. That's spider scorpions. That's not cool. So they took the two of the deadliest arachnids on the planet and made them into one creature. That's fan-fucking-tastic. Mrs. Chillin would hate that so much. Her birthday's Tuesday? Okay, well, still, happy early birthday. I mean, oh, shit! Guess what you get for your birthday, Delta Dan? You get an episode of Daredevil, which is completely brand new from what we were told was an overhaul, but turned out to be a slight reimagining of the show that was before. All of that shit is done. So that's what you get for your birthday on Tuesday. It's probably the dopest Daredevil episode of the season to this point, because that's the penultimate episode. Yeah, some double D's, baby. You get, well, actually, I don't think we're getting those double D's till next season, but yeah. Although those fucking set shots were fire. Yeah, well, yeah, that's brand new from the people that did the last two episodes. Well, you know what I mean. Yeah. It won't be overhauled. It'll just be done under the new way, as it were. Yeah. All right. So, noticed this interesting little thing this morning as I was scrolling through the TwitX. And, I guess it dropped last night and I missed it. But that's all right because I saw it this morning. And I found it interesting. They called the submarine the Mayflower. That's hilarious. All right, so this was interesting here. Star Wars Celebration's official Twitter account dropped this news. Due to changes in his production schedule, Oscar Isaac is no longer able to attend Star Wars Celebration Japan. And then they talk about, your options for getting your money back or whatever. Yeah, I did see the new Tron trailer. It looks dope. It was weird though, because when I saw Jared Leto, I was half expecting him to try and bite someone in the neck. Anyway, but yeah, this is the part. Due to changes in his production schedule, Oscar Isaac is no longer able to attend Star Wars Celebration Japan. What do you guys think was my first reaction upon reading this? Any guesses? Or say Stinky Pinky. Not the most positive reaction to him canceling Star Wars Celebration. Yeah, some people were upset. But what do you think my first thought was? He's out. Well, he's not out. He's just right now. He's out of Star Wars Celebration. Right now, Adult Dan, or some Moon Knight stuff. Yep, that was exactly my first thought because it's like, wait, Doomsday's filming this month. Star Wars Celebration is this month. I mean, obviously he didn't have a chair last week or whenever the fuck that presentation was for Marvel. But that was my first thought. I'm like, well, maybe. Obviously, it could he could be doing some fucking A24 film or some shit. Like, I wouldn't put it past him. You know, he does all kinds of movies. Like, all kinds of movies. But it does just so happen that Doomsday will be filming. What up, C-Dub? Yeah, it just so happens that Doomsday will be filming concurrently with Star Wars Celebration occurring. So my first thought was, is this motherfucker going to be in Doomsday? We may see Moon Knight. Moon Knight may return next May, folks. Could. I just thought that was an interesting little thing. Interesting little possibility. Obviously, it could be pure coincidence. It could be the production schedule that he has on a completely could even be a completely non-nerdy related project. What? Damn. St. Louis Blues are about to win a record 12th game in a row, love. It is awesome for them, even though also fuck them, because the 80s. But, but that is pretty fucking dope. Oh, no. That's not mine. My top one is still Colorado. Fuck those sons of bitches. No, my hate for the Avalanche will never die. Never. My dislike is less for the Penguins and more for just Sidney Crosby. Because he's a whiny little cunt. Yeah, I said it. Sidney Crosby's a whiny little cunt. He's been a whiny little cunt, and he'll fucking retire from hockey a whiny little cunt. That's right. I said it. I fucking stand on it. Sidney Crosby of the Pittsburgh Penguins is a whiny little cunt. He's talented. I will never take away from the man's skill at the game of hockey. He is a very, very annoyingly good hockey player. But he's also a whiny little cunt. Oh, yeah, damn right. Fuck the Avs. Sons of bitches. Yeah, you won one cup in franchise history, and that was in 2019. Yeah, but you bounced us out of the playoffs repeatedly, though. So, like kind of screw you guys just a little bit, but nowhere near as much as the Avs. Fuck those sons of bitches. Crosby, exactly. Exactly, C-Dub. Hell yeah, C-Dub's dope. Mrs. Chillin is a pretty good Red Wings fan. You're making her smile right now, C-Dub. She fucking hates Crosby. Who do you hate more, Crosby or Brady? Crosby? Okay. How many cups we had? We got in the 90s. We won what? 3 in the 90s? 3 cups in the 90s, and then again, did we get 2 more in the early 2000s or just 1 more? I think it was just 1 more. So we got 3 in the 90s, 1 between 2000 and 2010. We ain't won shit since. Yet Hall and Gretzky and still couldn't win a cup in the 90s? Yeah. Now, well, let me put it this way. The Wings have won 1 Stanley Cup since they instituted the salary cap. Like for a hot minute, we were kinda the pinstripe bat swinging team in New York of hockey. $11 total in the history franchise. I mean, yeah. I mean, a lot of people are like, Detroit ain't hockey town. 11 cups, bitches. We're fucking hockey town. I mean, that overall, yes, you're right, C-Dub. We have taken our sticks to your heinies. Pause. For quite some time. Well, more often than not. Like, we've, like, as, like, in general, as a franchise, we haven't been great lately. They're starting to come back finally this season. I was 100% firmly concerned that we'd be much farther along now. That the season we're having now, we would have had 2 years ago. So, in my humble opinion, they're about 2 years behind where they should be. My Red Wings. All you have is the Sharks. I mean, they're pretty all right. Avs just scored 3-4. How much time's left? Yeah, we do sports in the basement, too. You know how many people gather in basements, especially finished ones, to watch fucking sports, football, pay-per-views? Shit. We do sports around this motherfucker. So... Well, C-Dub, I hate to be the one to have to say this, but if the Avs come back and win, it's your fucking fault because you put that shit on the internet. I'm just kidding. That's all superstitious bullshit. Except for sports announcers. I can't tell you how many no-hitters sports announcers have fucked up. Like, that shit's real. 126 left and they're empty netting. What up, Executive Judge? Marvel won, by the way. We'll talk about that. You heard the DC presentation kind of sucked. Some people thought it was too long, but we'll get there. Patience, Your Honor, patience. And I'm just gonna warn y'all now. I'm gonna be this. The basis of this discussion is me being very pedantic and very careful with my words. Exactly, Delta Dan. It's a no-no to talk about a no-no. Or someone on any kind of streak. I've seen sports kickers. How many kickers have we seen announcers fuck over? Pitchers in baseball and kickers in football. Those are the two biggest sports groups that get fucked over by announcers jinxing the shit out of them. C-Dub. I was a season ticket holder when they won in 2019. Nice. And refused to go to games when we played against Dallas because they always lost when I went to those games. Words about how I phrase certain things. You'll see. You'll see. Being grammatically pedantic is how I have a lot of my fun on Twitter. But, all right. Bringing it back around. So, yeah, there's, like I said, there's just an interesting little tidbit of news. The fact that, due to changes in his production schedule, Oscar Isaac is no longer able to attend Star Wars Celebration Japan. And since Doomsday is filming in April... What the fuck? What happened to the big one? There we go. I think this might be why he is not going to Celebration. No guarantee. He could be doing any old thing. But I think it could be this. So yeah. I just wanted to bring that up. Just a little tidbit. A little something something. A little something something. Just a little something 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 something. So, what do you guys think about that? You think he might be Moon Knight, or you think he's just doing, you know, just some other project where he's like, I don't give a fuck about these idiots anyway, so, oh, look, an excuse to not go. Yay! And it could be just that simple. Sniff, sniff, smells like copium. What? Thinking he might be Moon Knight? Could be. There's so many other things he could be doing. But it's possible. But it's possible. Oh, hell no. Oh my god, if they did that. Are they filming Doomsday in London? Yes. I think so. Or at least the UK. God damn it. Yeah, Pinewood Studios in England. Wherever the hell Pinewood Studios is at. So I think that's around London, yeah. Yeah, so it's not like he won't be in town. He could do both. But, whatever it is. And again, it could be very well not be that. He ain't gonna be at Celebration. But I just thought the timing was interesting is all. Pretty much what that boils down to. Pretty much what that boils down to is I just thought the timing was interesting. What the fuck was I just? Okay, my brain, my train of thought just fucking derailed hard. Oh yeah. Boop. Cool. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Just saw a rumor that part of Doomsday will take place at the Strange Sanctum. Yeah, I saw. I think I scrolled by that on the TwitX earlier. I don't know why they didn't catch my attention more. I don't understand why that didn't happen, but it didn't happen. Oddly enough. But yeah, that is kind of cool though. And it makes sense. It makes total sense because, and it also is, at least to me, implies that we might actually get a hint, or at least a little bit of a magical battle between Doomsday and Strange would be cool. I don't know how likely it is. It's one of those things where I'd be like, I don't know if it'll actually happen, but I can't rule it out. So I'm hoping that that's true, and I'm hoping that that leads to, just a nice little battle of magic between Doom and Strange. Would be cool. That would be pretty cool. Be pretty cool. So. All right, so we last spoke and hung out in the basement on Wednesday night. Magic is very cool, Delta Dan. Sorcery, whatever you want to call it. I love it. Anywho, if Jean Grey appears, I really hope we see a battle between her and Wanda. That'd be interesting. Reality warper behind extremely powerful telepath / telekinetic. It'd be fun. That'd be very, very fun. All right. So Thursday evening was Marvel's panel. And they did a little they showed a behind the scenes tidbit for Thunderbolts. And of course, and I'm really hoping this was a bit when the first of all, David Harbour drove the cast in like the same limousine from the movie. Just came hauling ass in, which was kind of funny. And then allegedly, what's his fuzz? God damn it. I remembered his name earlier. The homie. Wyatt Russell. Allegedly, they had to drag him out of the casino. He was drunk, and he said he lost $35,000. I'm pretty sure that was a bit, because that's how they entered the room. And he did look pretty disheveled, so he was committed if it was a bit, or he was really partying his ass off otherwise. Whichever it is. Seeing Doctor Strange and Doctor Doom interact on the big screen is going to be dope. Oh, yeah, it is. It would. It would. But, so they did some behind the scenes of the Thunderbolts. And then, but like nothing super major. But then we got exclusive footage of Fantastic Four. Got some new shit. And the Direct was kind enough to provide a description of said footage. Again, this comes from the Direct. New footage of the Fantastic Four First Steps. Okay, you get the fuck out of here. All right, that's better. New footage of the Fantastic Four First Steps was screened for attendees at CinemaCon 2025. I should have wiped my glasses off. Anyway, Disney's CinemaCon panel revealed new insights into Marvel's summer blockbuster, The Fantastic Four First Steps. Following 2 attempts from Fox to bring the superhero family to the screen, well, technically 3, The Fantastic Four First Steps marked the debut of the Quadrant in the MCU. I mean, 2 different versions, but 3 movies technically. Anyway, Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, Joseph Quinn, and Eben Moss-Backrack star in the film, which WandaVision's Matt Shakman directs. Anticipation is high for the Marvel movie, with the initial trailer for the Fantastic Four First Steps breaking major viewership records. Oh, they did it? They held on? Nice. It's all because of your willingness to put it out there on the internet. Yeah, that's right. Damn right. Fuck the Avalanche. Okay, so Fantastic Four First Steps footage and updates from CinemaCon. During Disney's panel at CinemaCon 2025, several updates were provided about Marvel's upcoming slate of films, including the Fantastic Four First Steps. The new footage for the Fantastic Four film opened with the team being welcomed onto The Gilbert Show. The Gilbert Show. The talk show host summarizes the 4 hero stories and how they receive their powers from their mission into space. This indicates that Fantastic Four First Steps will pick up with the group after they've been established as heroes. We knew this. New scenes in the trailer included one of Ben Grimm pulling a ship through the water by a chain, and people worldwide thanking the Fantastic Four for their work. The footage also confirms that Sue Storm is pregnant after many speculated that previous Fantastic Four trailers edited this element out. This reveal occurs at the group's weekly family dinner, where Johnny Storm congratulates his sister and then taunts Reed Richards, saying he is out of his depth. A common Fantastic Four foe is also glimpsed, with Julia Garner's gender-flipped take on the Silver Surfer finally unveiled in the new footage. Okay. Whoever wrote this is comic book ignorant. She's not gender-flipped. She's Shalabal. And a lot of people I saw on the TwitX said her look was pretty fucking close to this. So, but yeah, she's not gender-flipped nor Rad. She's her own character. She's Shalabal. Now, did we want to see Shalabal before we saw Norrin Rad? No. I can say that and not feel like an ist or anything. It's just, I'm Norrin Rad. But if you actually know what you're talking about, then you know it's not a gender-flipped take on the Silver Surfer. It's her own character. They're not calling her Norina Rad. Minus the assets. Yeah, well, probably the chick that's playing her skinny. I don't think they'd go crazy enhancing her like that with CGI. But anywho, yeah, I'm getting really sick of that fucking take. And again, would I rather have Norrin Rad? Yes. Am I mad we're getting Shalabal? No. Primarily because this is not in the 616 universe. I will be annoyed if the 616 surfer is not Norrin Rad. Like, y'all know me. Y'all know where I stand on a lot of this shit when it comes to, like, when you're mixing social issues with Hollywood. But going overboard is never a good idea. And not giving us the primary surfer in the primary Marvel universe would just be dumb as fuck on many, many levels. All that being said, Shalabal, not a gender flip take. The character arrives to find the Fantastic Four, asking whether they are the protectors of this world, before informing them that their planet has been marked for death. Reed comments that he stretched the boundaries of space and they heard. Okay, now that line is dope. I don't care what anyone else says. That's a sick line. I stretched the boundaries of space and they heard. So cool. He and the other team members must quell concerns from the public as Galactus' arrival looms. Reed and Sue are united by their promise to their unborn child. We can do this. Franklin. By the way, that's Franklin Richards. Reed is then shown assuring the public that the Fantastic Four will protect them. The footage ends with a scene of the Silver Surfer riding her board through an apocalyptic explosion. Fantastic Four footage highlights new characters. The major takeaway from the new Fantastic Four First Steps trailer is the reveal of 2 new characters. One that fans were already familiar with is Gardner's Silver Surfer. This trailer marks the first time the design of the MCU's female Silver Surfer has been revealed on screen, with some attendees describing her look as similar to Shalabal's Silver Surfer in the comics. No shit, because that's who it is. Throughout her comic history, Shalabal has sometimes been depicted as the herald for Galactus. No shit. This seems to be what Marvel Studios is doing, with Gardner's character arriving to warn the Fantastic Four of the villain's arrival. It seems to be... Who's this idiot that wrote this fucking article? Lauren Rouse. You're stupid. Moving on. The second major reveal from the new footage is Sue's pregnancy, hinting at the arrival of Franklin Richards, Reed and Sue's son, in the movie. Oh no, we figured, no, we're gonna, she given birth in the movie. We know this. They gave it away in the very first trailer. While Franklin will likely only be a baby in Fantastic Four First Steps, he becomes another superpowered member of the family with godlike abilities that at one point allowed him to restore the multiverse. That is true. Franklin's powers could prove crucial pending the events of Avengers Doomsday, which the Fantastic Four cast is confirmed to be a part of. All right, so couple of first looks. Well, technically one first look and one confirmation. You'd be surprised if we get a Norrin Rad? We'll get a Norrin Rad in the MCU eventually. I mean, well, he might not be, but that would be a dumb fucking decision, Your Honor. No, if Fantastic Four hits, they're gonna be around going into the Phase 7. And if the Fantastic Four are around, you goddamn well better be giving me more Galactus. And in the Prime timeline, I better be getting the Prime Herald. And that is one Norrin Rad. I think we'll get him. I don't know if it's going to be soon. I don't think it's going to be soon, but I think we're going to get us some Norrin Rad eventually. So. Yeah, it's I bet the footage look cool. And it's like that, I just love that line. They stretched the boundaries of space and they heard. Although if the rumors are accurate, it's less about Reed stretching the boundaries of space that got Galactus's attention, but rather the Omega level reality warper that popped out of Sue Storm is what got his attention. Yeah. That's pretty cool, though. It's pretty cool. I mean, nothing like super earth-shattering, which kind of would be what I would be, hoping for, but still pretty cool. There's some Thunderbolt shit that was pretty cool. So, pretty good panel. But something else happened on Thursday. Something else happened on Thursday. After spending quite a bit of time copy striking everyone that was passing around that leaked footage from that the 5 minutes of Superman that they showed at CinemaCon at the Warner Brothers panel, James Gunn just said fuck it and dropped it himself on Twitter on Thursday. And that shit popped the fuck off. Think Franklin Richards does the age jump in F4 or Doomsday? Honestly, I think we're gonna get two. I think we might get a small one. Get him at least, 3 or 4 years old maybe in Fantastic Four, and then I think by the time Doomsday rolls around for whatever reason, well, no, 2 of them would be stupid. Because one rolls right into the other one. Yeah, maybe. And which one? Probably Doomsday. I would say Doomsday is when he's going to do the age jump. But, yeah, so that 5 minutes of footage was released publicly by Warner Brothers, DC Studios, and James Gunn, who mostly spends his time over on Threads. But for this one, he, opened up his TwitX account and dropped it there too. And people went ape shit. Dominated the trends on the TwitX. Millions and millions of views on TwitX and YouTube. That motherfucker took over Thursday. Completely 100% took over on Thursday. New 5 minutes looks so much better. Yeah, their visuals are really nice. The visuals are really nice. For sure. So, like I said, that popped the fuck off. But what's kind of funny is, if you'll recall from Wednesday night, they announced that 5 minutes that they showed at CinemaCon would be attached to the front of the Minecraft movie exclusively. They announced that Wednesday night. And we all saw the trailers for Minecraft. Right? I'm pretty sure a lot of us thought they looked odd and weird and goofy, and that movie looked like it was going to be complete garbage. And then, right before the movie comes out, it's announced that you'll get 5 minutes of you'll get that 5 minutes of Superman attached to the front of Minecraft. And some numbers came out about Minecraft that I consider highly surprising. And I wonder, did I see the movie? No, I have absolutely no interest in seeing that movie whatsoever. I never played the game. I think it looks goofy as shit, and I have no interest. But here's something. The live-action Minecraft movie is now tracking to open with at least 260 million worldwide. $260 million on opening weekend for the Minecraft movie. Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Like, I know there's a lot of Gen Zers and shit that grew up on that fucking game. Your nieces saw it. Your kids are too young. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of Gen Zers grew up on that game. Yeah, I'm not into crafting games either, Executive Judge. So they're going to want to go. I don't know. Basically, anyone who had a kid or has a kid who's into Minecraft, they're probably going to want to go see the fucking movie just to see what's up with it, right? But my question is, given how much that Superman trailer, just the amount of times it was leaked, it was popping off. And then with the announcement that they're going to tack that 5 minutes of footage only on to the Minecraft movie. I'm wondering how much, if at all, the Superman footage being tacked on in that movie helped with those sales. Now, I don't know that it would have helped it to the point where, even without it, like I'm not saying without it this movie wouldn't have opened worth crap. 260 million, it definitely wasn't just Superman. Like there's just no way. Like it has its own draw, obviously, for sure. But I'm just wondering, would it have been 260 without the Superman footage or the Superman footage on the front of it? I don't know. I just think it's interesting to think about. Lilo and Stitch about to blow up? Oh yeah, that movie's gonna go crazy. Your brother-in-law brought the family. Yeah, 6 tickets. Yeah, families are gonna push this movie for sure. But I'm just wondering if it has anything to do with that opening number. Is Minecraft the biggest game of all time? I don't know. I mean, it's for sure up there. I don't know if it's the biggest one, though. It might be. I have no clue. I am clueless on that front, unfortunately. But I just thought it was interesting because based on the trailers, I thought this movie was going to, like, be shit and do shit. And I was horrifically wrong. 260 million. I think Minecraft sold 150 million copies. No, okay. I underestimated like just the draw of the name, I guess, because those trailers were garbage. Over 300 million copies? Jesus. All right. Yeah, the game's pretty big. You ain't paying $20 to see a Superman trailer? Well, neither am I. Well, I wasn't going to go see that fucking movie anyway, but I don't know. I figure it's got to be worth at least a few mil. You know? Minecraft has just kind of become a staple of modern Gen Z pop culture. I mean, facts right there, bro. That's facts. I don't know, I just thought it was interesting to think about. I mean, its impact might have been negligible. You never fucking know. But, you know, it's just a little... maybe. Maybe a little bit it did. But yeah, I am quite sure this movie is doing those most if not all that number on its own juice, as it were. Which again, based off what I saw in the trailers, I was thinking the complete polar opposite. I thought the reception would be shitty. Because the movie looked shitty to me. But I was wrong. I was wrong. But let us talk about that Superman trailer. Because while there was a shit ton of engagement for that Superman trailer, weren't all positive. Disney jealous as fuck after Snow White. Oh, did you hear that they shelved Tangled because of the reception of Snow White? They were going to do a live action Tangled. Shelved. So we're going to go over this trailer, folks. Obviously, bit by bit, so I don't get copy struck. Although Josh's stream did not get, well, I don't know if it got, I don't know whether it got demonetized or not, but it still exists. So, as long as I'm careful. But I'm not gonna do so much as a breakdown on this, but as a commentary, share my thoughts, and we can talk about my thoughts and your thoughts and all our thoughts. Neither one of your daughters even asked to see Snow White? Damn. Almost forgot to do that. All right. Let us check out this footage that James Gunn dropped the next day after maybe at least some people bought Minecraft tickets just to see this fucking thing. And by the way, I did see people on the TwitX that were dead ass serious that that's what they were going to do. Watch out. Shit, now I gotta go see the Minecraft movie. Anyway, let us proceed. After I unmute it. Actually, yeah. All right, so we're beginning with a scene we've seen before, but I'll tell you what, it looks a lot crispier. It looks a lot crispier. I will say they fixed. That was weird. They fixed the colors and shit a lot. Okay, we'll just chill there for a minute. But yeah, so far nothing really new, footage-wise, but definitely cleaned up. You can see they did a lot of cleanup on this shit from what the first version of this we saw, which is cool. That's a good thing. I still fucking hate the suit, though. I hate this suit with a passion. Okay, this part we've seen. Oh, this we haven't. Stop. Crypto says, Daddy, I want to play. What's your fucking problem, bro? Get your ass up and let's go.
Crypto. Take me home.
Okay. Let's just get this out of the way right now. The dog is goddamn cute. All right, that scruffy little fuck, the ear gets me. I don't care. I'm a fan. Puppy ears are awesome. But he's cute as shit.
Home. Crypto. Home.
Here's where I gotta be careful because music. Although I will say, it scored pretty well, at least this part. Oh, I don't know about Josh hates all dogs, but he hates his dogs. Now, I love dogs. I do not like super pets. I didn't even like super pets when I was a kid. So, like, right from jump, despite the cleaned up visuals, like, instead of showing me new footage, you're just going to extend this scene out and show me more goofy super pet behavior instead of showing me, like, I don't know, more Ultraman or whoever his nemesis is, more of that fight, more. Could have shown us more of what got his ass fucked up, for one. You know, like, some new footage would have been dope rather than just the extended version of this scene. But anyway. Okay. The fortress erupting is pretty cool. I will say that. It looks really, 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 really good. Basically, I have no problem with the visuals at all. I just have one question about this right here. You like when trailers don't give it all away, though? Some trailers. Yeah. Yeah, but, like, they could even given us, like, 10, 15 seconds of a little bit of a new scene here. 10, 15 seconds of a little bit of, there's plenty of ways to do it without giving the whole thing away. Anyway, I just want to know why they would call him Superman rather than Kal-El if they're Kryptonian robots. It's a super, super nitpicky thing. But I was like, why are you calling him Superman? Call him Kal-El. You're Kryptonian robots. You wouldn't call him by his Earth name or one of his Earth names. Oh, there it is. Did you hear the background actually said something, Kal-El? So at least they got it in there. And I still hate this suit.
Thank you.
No need to thank us, sir, as we will not appreciate it. We have no consciousness whatsoever. Merely automatons here to serve. Meet 12. She's new.
He looked at me.
Okay. Now here's probably where I annoy the shit out of people. I will never say there shouldn't be anything slightly goofy or corny or whatever else about Superman. There were plenty of goofy, corny moments in even Donner's Superman. Problem is James Gunn's kind of humor 90% of the time, or well, basically his humor outside of Guardians when he was at least somewhat restrained. I can handle the Guardians level. When he can go nuts, then not a fan for the most part. And this just has the feel of the annoying ass gun humor. Now, while I find this particular scene just a little bit off-putting, I am not going to judge the entire movie on it. There are plenty of ways that this could be, a more isolated kind of incident when it comes to this kind of shit. And I don't expect, again, I do not expect a humorless Superman. That would be that would be ridiculous as well. Even Man of Steel had some humorous moments in it. Even Man of Steel did. So, but yeah, I'm just the little jokey robot thing. Not the biggest fan of.
14 fractured bones.
Damage to bladder, kidney, large intestine, lungs.
with a healthy dose of yellow sun, will have you up and at 'em in no time.
Wonder how many of them were like existing and how many of them got added when Crypto did that flying leap onto them. Just gotta wonder.
Level 4? 292 times Saharan Prime, please, Won.
Okay. I mean, there aren't a whole lot of ways to magnify sunlight. I don't know. Honestly, the more I see this, the less I have a problem with it. I'll be real. The first time I watched this trailer, I was like, a magnifying glass, there's no better way to do this shit, but there really isn't, and the design's kind of cool. Now, a lot of people, and I'm not one of them on this, were like, why the hell is he screaming in pain? And that's lame. The sun, he should be loving the sun. Well, see, here's where I'm forced to defend this shit. And I would say healing of that much damage that rapidly probably don't fucking feel good. Excuse me. Like, I don't know about y'all, but having my shit healed and like bones reknitting and organs, rebuilding themselves at that high rate of speed, I don't imagine that feels great at all. I mean, I guarantee he'll feel a lot better when it's all said and done, but I mean, there's a reason that we knock people out when we perform surgery on them. Basically, the sun is performing non-invasive surgery on him, but that shit is going to fucking hurt, bro. Even if you're Superman. So that's one of the knocks on this trailer that I just thought is ridiculous as shit.
He's back.
Okay, so we got, I think that was a slightly different bit of kaiju with the flame. Slightly different shot of Hot Girl there. We've seen the scene of Superman returning and Luthor turning around looking pissed off, but this is the first time we've actually heard him. We didn't hear in the initial footage that we saw. We got no words. We got words this time. This is all the same footage. Okay. And here we have a scene related to kind of like what we saw in that first image where he's sitting in the chair putting them fucking boots on while some shit was going down outside. Well, here's some shit going down outside. Got this ginormous, whatever the fuck it is, goofy ass fucking thing. I don't know if this is comic based or not. If someone out there knows if this is a DC evil critter thing, then please let me know. I guess technically Starry was as well, so this probably is too. But I hated Starry and Suicide Squad. I'm not the biggest fan of this fucking thing either. But yeah, here we have Superman and Lois looking deep into each other's eyes while this big old fucking thing is attacking the city. You can see Guy Gardner's fighting it. But, like, ginormous creature attacking the city, being fought by Guy Gardner. And you're sitting here looking deeply into Lois's eyes, drinking a fucking cup of coffee. Like, what the hell is this scene? All I'm going to say is I'm very interested what the full context of this is, because just this little bit is kind of what the fuck. Like, why are we doing things this way? Anywho. Music, gotta pause.
Superman.
Music pause. Music pause. I'd be distracted too. I mean, yeah, from that point of view, that makes sense. Rachel Brosnahan is a looker. Was that Lois that he was protecting, I wonder? Who is this? Is this Lois? This looks like it's in the desert. Wonder if it's the same desert that kid was raising the flag in. You know, if those leaks about Jor-El are true, and it is also true that Luther somehow found out about that, released it to the public, that explains this scene and the one where they're throwing shit at him pretty well. If he's supposed to be invincible. Okay. All right, that's still muted. Good deal. All right, so share me your thoughts, guys. Share me your overall thoughts on that footage. Can't call it a trailer. It's 5 minutes of footage. Yeah, share me your thoughts on that footage. What did you think about it? What do you think about my thoughts? Where's your mileage at, chat? Where's your mileage? And also, if you're watching this on the replay, what's your mileage? Drop it in the comments below. And what's also below is the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell. So hit all the buttons. Please and thank you. Well, not an unsubscribe button if you've already hit subscribe. You know what I mean. Like it. Like me, subscribe to me. And hit the bell so you know when I do things. Because it's fun here. Pseudo says, I want to know what the budget for Superman is, because Warner Brothers, especially with David Zaslav, are shelling out a ton of money right now, especially since the DC bombs from last year. Yeah, I'm very curious. Actually, you know what? Do we know what the budget is? Do we know? Do we know? Oh, that's old. Okay, well, no, we do not know yet. We do not yet know the budget on that puppy. Dub Dan says, I'm more excited about than I was after the other trailer. Brooke says, same, I like this more than the other trailer. As always, the music is epic too. Yeah, there are definite improvements from one trailer to the other. But, like, crypto does nothing for me. As much as I love dogs, even though there's some assholes out there like, if you don't like crypto, you must hate dogs. No, motherfucker, I love dogs. Like, I can love dogs and not want a dog in my Superman movie. Like, crypto does nothing for me. As much as I love dogs, even though there's some assholes out there like, if you don't like crypto, you must. How did I get unmuted? Okay. Anyway. But yeah, like I love dogs. I've been dying to have a dog for years. I haven't been able to have a dog for so long. It's like it bugs me like frequently. I get sad about that shit. I fucking love dogs. I don't need super pets though. It's that's just a me thing. Like I'm not into super pets. Like I don't care. I consider them a distraction, honestly. And on top of that, Crypto was a whim. He wasn't going to be in the movie until Gunn adopted that dog. Now, full credit for adopting a rescue to James Gunn. Like I'm all about that shit. Like big props for that. But like you weren't going to have Crypto in there initially. You didn't really need to add him, except you just did because, oh, look. He added him on a whim. So, but yeah, that my not giving a crap about super pets and not really wanting them, that's just purely a me thing. There, but again, that dog is fucking cute. Like that dog is super adorable. I would give that dog so much love. But um Delta Dan says, I bet after Superman gets healed and when he's leaving tells Crypto to stay, that's all we see of Crypto in this movie. I mean, that's possible. That's entirely possible. That would frankly be pleasing to me. Like real talk, that'd be dope. I'd be totally fine with that. Um, but yeah, I would say most of my issue with this particular set of footage is one, it's mostly just an extended version of shit we've already seen before. Like there wasn't that much new in it. Um, Again, I can do without the super pets. Um, I didn't. Are there have there been plenty of other movies with goofy robots that I have enjoyed? Yes. But this it's Gun Goofy. Like Gun Goofy just rubs me the wrong way when he does it in certain ways. And these robots were an example of the Gun Goofy that grinds my gears just a little bit. So again, I hope Delta Dan's right about Crypto, and I hope we don't have too much of those fucking robots in the movie. But on the positive side, holy shit, did they tighten up those visuals? That shit looked good. I still hate the suit, but that footage all looked really, really, really good. Like many notches better than when we saw it. Now, something I just thought of is maybe the reason they reused so much footage from the initial trailer in this one, quite possibly could be to show us the difference. Like to show us the upgrades. Like, okay, yeah, we saw a lot of people bitching about the coloring of the first one. See, we fixed it. Showed us the same footage again and visual upgrades, palpable, obvious visual upgrades. So that could have been part of the strategy. I would have. I mean, that makes total sense, and I don't have a problem with that. I just would have mixed in more new footage, not a shit ton more, but at least And yes, technically, the extended version of that scene is new footage. Yes, I know, but it's just extended footage of shit we already seen. When I say new, I mean brand new footage, unrelated at all, not part of the same scene we've seen before, but like new footage. Didn't have to be a lot, but it would have been nice to have like some new footage, not just new footage of a scene we already seen before. Know what I mean? So it's a good trailer. It's a good trailer. Not for me, not a wowzer, not a wowzer, but a good trailer. But it didn't. I mean, I'm impressed with the visuals. I'm impressed with the music. Um, but yeah, after the new footage being nothing more than extended footage, kind of a bummer. And I still hate the fucking suit. I don't think I'm ever going to give up on hating that suit. Like, although there are rumors that he is going to get an upgrade at some point in the movie. I don't know how true those rumors are. I haven't seen more than I think maybe one or two people mention them, and they're not even any of the big people. So we'll see on that one. I mean, I would be ecstatic, but we'll see. But while it didn't really get me any more excited for the movie per se, I'm still here. What up, Travis? I mean, I'm still very much here and very much will be in the theater for this movie. You know, I'm still very much going to see that motherfucker in the theaters because I fucking love Superman. I don't know if how many have any of you read the All Star Superman run that they seem to be pulling a lot from. So I've heard and seen examples of. I have never read that run. Um, Maybe I would appreciate this more if I had. Um, it would have been a wowzer if this is the first trailer we saw. Definitely much more so, yes. Although the things that annoy me about it probably still would have annoyed me, but the visual upgrade and like the musical upgrade, fuck yeah, give me all of that. What are we up to now in views? Let's see here. On the YouTubes, I gotta pull it back up because I closed that window. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. Whoops. There you are. What are we doing here? 7.7 million views on YouTube right now. What up, Jay? Super mid. I mean, the trailer was not great. It was good. Not great. Travis says a big critique I've heard was Crypto pouncing on Superman instead of knowing he's in pain like most dogs with owners. My take is Crypto is used to Superman being a man of steel and rugged. I mean, that's entirely possible, but it's completely discounting like a dog's sense of smell and being able, like, most dogs would smell the owner's blood and that kind of thing. So you can go either way on that one. I mean, your take's valid, but it kind of overlooks like even what would be a normal dog's senses, much less a super dog. As soon as he walked out of the Fortress of Solitude, a super dog should have been able to smell the blood and be like, "Uh oh, what's the problem? What's good, Jay? How you doing, man?" So, but yeah. Outside of that, like real talk, not a lot of shit going on out there, guys. This might be one of the shortest Saturday streams in a minute. Oh, you know what though? Give me just a moment here. We might have to. Maybe we'll check something out and maybe react to it because. Okay. However, despite being able to kind of excuse it, it's also tonally strange as Crypto's comedic, but Clark's pain is very real and agonized, so it felt almost uncomfortable to watch. I mean, kind of, yeah, Travis, that too. It just, I don't know, just kind of, that just made me impatient. It's like, there's no reason for this. Other than for, like, pseudo cartoony slapstick comedy. You know? So. Is Emma Frost in Secret Wars? God, I hope so. Alan, what's going on, man? Long time no see, buddy. How's life treating you? You all right? Everything good? Travis says, but I'm intrigued. What the hell caused Superman to get like that? Well, you remember the dude in all black that he was fighting in the baseball diamond? I think that's what the hell it was. I think he got his ass handed to him by the character we are assuming and that has been rumored forever to be Ultraman. In this case, a clone of Superman created by Lex Luthor. I'd like Emma Frost's cherry on top of me. Yeah, I said it. If I'll type it into other people's chat, I'll fucking say it out loud. Yes, I will. Wonder who they get to play her. Now that's a part Sydney Sweeney you'd want to hire her for, at least looks wise, because my God. My God. You're good so far? Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that. Oh, yeah. Here's a good question for you guys. Y'all buying Halle Berry when she says she's not in Doomsday or Secret Wars? Y'all believe her? Because I don't. I don't believe her one bit. Because, like, is literally just her and who else missing? Anna Paquin. Those are the only two that are missing from the OG X-Men team. Wait. No, there's no Famke Janssen yet either. All right, so they're missing like three, but they've got it, most of them. But yeah, I don't fucking believe her. I think we're going to see Halle Berry Storm, at least in Secret Wars, but probably in Doomsday, because that seems to be where they're focusing their attention on this group of X-Men. Is for that movie. Makes me wonder. Makes me wonder. It's not like she's been busy lately, Delta Dan. I mean, you're not wrong, but that's funny. Um, Travis says, put my pitch for a Star-Lord Black Knight team up in the Discord. Will it happen? Unlikely. Star-Lord's more of either an earthbound or a cosmic character, and Black Knight's more of the supernatural side. However, they could team up, at least on a temporary basis, in like one of the big upcoming crossover movies that are going to happen in Phase 7. You think we see Cable in either film? No. I don't think so. You talking about Thanos Cable? But yeah, Cable could definitely serve a narrative. Of course, he's more time traveler than multiversal traveler, but I doubt we see Cable until Phase 7. And he'll probably be played by a different actor, I would imagine. But yeah, if they're gonna get really X-Men-y with the X-Men, you have to have Cable. He's critical to many, many storylines. You guys want to watch some funnies? Because like I said, news is shit. There's no more news to talk about. I just want to talk about CinemaCon, and that was all I got. Not a lot. So you guys want to watch some funny shit? I want to watch some pitch meetings. Did I see Josh's last Star Wars Leaks video? Yes, I did. You guys want to talk about that? I thought we talked about that on Wednesday. Have we not talked about that? When the hell did he put that out? Because I swore we talked about that on Wednesday. Like literally watched and reacted to it. I thought. Just want to bring Star Wars up because Jay is here. Favorite comic book film that never happened? So, like, yeah, he did. Well, it was based on Josh's video. Like, he credits him. I don't know that from watching the video, but Josh was tagged in the description, so. Favorite what the hell? Where's my fucking music? Dipshit. There it is. I found it. Anyway. Favorite comic book film that never happened. I don't know. Travis says Drew Goddard's Sinister Six film set in the Amazing Spider-Man universe. One I'm pissed never happened. Sounded insane. Yeah, I don't know. I can't really think of one that like. It seems like you're talking about like one that actually got out about and then never happened. I can't think of any examples of that off the top of my head. Right now, I can't even think of any examples of characters that have never been touched that I think should be. Giggity. There's novels, plenty of novels. Darth Maul animated sounds dope. Yes. Canceled comic film that most intrigued me. Shit. Oh, now you want to start working? That was quick. Right now, even though it's technically not canceled, Mahershala Ali's Blade. That's the only one I can think of off the top of my head. It's like, motherfuckers. It's been 6 goddamn years. Give me my blade. Oh, another one that's been not necessarily canceled, but has been in development hell forever is the next Spawn movie Todd McFarlane wants to make. I'm annoyed that one still hasn't come to fruition, that's for sure. I would have to say that even more so than the Blade movie at this point. I'm still annoyed that McFarlane hasn't been able to get that motherfucker out yet. So, not exactly canceled, but stuck in development hell so long it kind of may as well have been, you know what I mean? And I got to tell you, just in terms of I still can't think of one that way. Brooke says, I like the Spawn animated series. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Haven't seen the Spawn live action movie, but heard that it wasn't that great. Okay, well, the first live action Spawn movie kind of falls into like, not exactly, but it's kind of Deadpool-esque. Not because there's a lot of fourth wall breaking or like a bunch of jokes, but because it's fun, it's campy. Yeah, like as a cinematic feature, no, it is kind of poop. Like, not gonna lie, but it's fun. It's Deadpool-esque. It's fun. It's just fun. It's fun enough to where you don't care about some of the cheesiness of it. At least for me, anyway. I fucking love that movie. And the soundtrack is fucking ridiculous. One of the best movie soundtracks out there, in my opinion. The Gambit movie, oh yeah. I wasn't upset about that, though, honestly. As well as the Venom movie with Topher Grace playing in 2008. Yeah, I'm not upset about that either. I hated Topher Grace's Venom. Hated it. I was like, you're making fucking... you're making Foreman Venom? No. I hated that casting. Like, Bully Maguire made me, like, literally made me physically cringe. He wasn't just cringe, he literally made me physically cringe. And fucking Foreman as Eddie Brock / Venom, no thank you. That's 70s Venom. Yeah, that's 70s Venom. Exactly. No thanks. I'm good. Did I already talk about Tron Ares? No, I haven't talked about Tron Ares actually at all. I did watch the trailer earlier today, and that shit looks dope as fuck. There are some video games out there where, or whatever adaptations that you can do of things where it's cool to bring whatever it is fantastical and whatever fashion it's fantastical into the real world, like what they're doing with Tron Ares. Instead of someone being sucked into the game is invading us. And I think that's cool. And that trailer looked dope as fuck. And it comes out the Friday before my birthday. If I remember right. Some movie comes out the Friday. No, it is that one. But yeah, I think that trailer looks dope. I kind of want to see that bitch in the theater. It looks sick. And I don't have a shit ton to say about it. Like, that was your basic first look at something, Show us a bunch of cool shit. Say, hey, this is what it is. The game is in the real world this time. And then show us a bunch of cool shit and then move on. Oh, and give us Jeff Bridges' voice from off screen. Yeah. Yeah, Spawn's story is pretty tragic, Brooke. You're right. This kind of looks like a Tron movie made for people who hate Tron, but it does look sick. Brooke says, I remember seeing Tron Legacy a while back. That was pretty fun. I watched that once, I think. I thought it was aight. Like, I've never been, like, huge Tron guy. I think I've seen all the movies at least once. I think I've watched the very first one, 3 times, though. Because, the dude in there, Bruce Boxleitner, he was on a TV show my mom watched all the time called Scarecrow and Mrs. King. Anyone remember that motherfucking show? So I kind of knew who he was. Did I watch Last of Us? No, I have not watched Last of Us. Yeah, but is it that fast? I know it's coming out pretty soon. Yeah, no, I haven't watched Last of Us. I hear it's really motherfucking good, though. More Pedro? Yeah, I know. Have you watched Narcos on Netflix? Season 1 was good. Oh, you remember Scarecrow Mrs. King Dan? Spicy Dan? Nice. Yeah, I heard season 1 was really good. But yeah. Or is it just Narco? It's either Narco or Narcos. It's on Netflix. That was the first thing I think I saw Pedro in. Oh, you have watched it? Isn't that shit good? And Narco Mexico was the first place I saw Diego Luna. Or no, it wasn't. Because I saw him as Cassian Andor first from the movie Rogue One. It was kind of funny seeing him as a drug dealer. Also, it took me a hot minute to recognize him too, because he was all clean shaven and had shorter hair and shit. So I'm like, damn, this dude looked kind of familiar. And then I was like, oh, that's fucking Andor. And then they made the show, and I was like, God damn it. Also, the Naked Gun trailer had no business making me laugh as much as it did. I know. Dude. Guess which part got me the most about that Naked Gun trailer? Like, I belly laughed quite a few times, but there's one part of it I lost my shit. Do you care to guess which part? Freaky Tales? I think I saw a little bit of a review on that on Twitter, and they liked, whoever watched it was like, this movie's dope. Check out the trailer. More Pedro and Freaky Tales? Heh. Yeah, he's got a lot of shit coming out. There's some kind of pseudo rom-com thing he's in with fucking Madam Web and Captain America. Steve Rogers. That's some kind of love triangle rom-com midi drama thingamabobber that he's in. That's exactly what it was, Travis. I lost that scene. I miss you, Dad. I miss you, Dad. Oh, I fucking died at that one. Just the dudes look like. Praise! What's happening, man? Yeah, that shit was hilarious. And I still can't get over the fact that fucking Liam Neeson is doing this movie. But Mrs. Chillin did remind me that before Airplane and Naked Gun, Leslie Nielsen was a lot like Liam Neeson, like a serious fucking actor. Like, he was known for a lot of serious roles before he did Airplane. And I'm sure people back then were like, what is this fucking dude doing in this fucking movie? And now Liam Neeson's kind of on that same track, because when I first heard that he was making a Naked Gun movie, I was like, the fuck is Liam Neeson making this fucking movie? Now I've seen the trailer. And Death by Lollipop is cool. Sharpened lollipop stick and then a really good fucking fastball. Mr. Magoo. Oh, I forgot about that. Making fun of all the sappy legacy sequel crap in one scene, right? Exactly. But my God, that was hilarious. It does look pretty fun, actually. It looks hilarious. Little girl. Danny Hot Sauce in the house. Hell yeah. hot sauce. It is my stepdaughter's birthday today. She is 27 years old. And we went to this place, this Japanese place called Aji-ten for dinner. And I had me a nice big fat sushi roll. Hell yeah. Sushi is amazing. I love sushi. I like hot sushi. I can eat cold sushi, but I much prefer hot sushi. Imagine Leslie Nielsen as Qui-Gon Jinn. That would be ridiculous. Oh, hell yeah, Brooke. Chips and salsa is amazing. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, Leslie Nielsen, I can't, Travis. I don't know how you could. I can't. Like, I'm even trying to imagine him taking it seriously, and I can't. I can't. Still kind of want to see Liam Neeson as the Beyonder. I mean, that would be dope. I'd be down for that, Brooke. I would totally be down for that. You guys want to watch like a couple pitch meeting videos? Like I hear the fucking Snow White one is hysterical. I kind of want to watch it. And there's a if you guys are interested, there's a half-hour long The Ultimate Captain America pitch meeting compilation. Okay, so this, do we want to watch like basically 35 minutes of pitch meeting? Because the Snow White pitch meeting one's like 5 minutes, but I really want to watch this fucking Captain America pitch meeting compilation. Because I don't think I've ever watched him dog on any of the first 3 Captain America movies. Barely an Inconvenience, exactly. You know what, guys? We're just going to go ahead and watch the long one first, giggity. Let's watch the long one first. Travis says, when Darth Maul stabs Leslie's Qui-Gon, he'd fart and say, whoa, sorry. The third world refugee we picked up at Waterworld. I ate one of their Oompa Loompa balls thinking it was a jawbreaker. Yeah, exactly. So no thank you. And now I've had the shitty Chlorians ever since. Jesus Christ, dude! Travis. Ryan George is the best, though. Alright, let's watch some funny shit together, chat, because like I said, there ain't shit for news. So let's just fucking chill out and have some fun, eh?
So, you have a Captain America script for me? Yes, sir, I do. And I got your email about needing this to set up the Avengers movie, so I thought we could call it Captain America: The First Avenger. Oh, using a movie title as an ad for another movie is tight. I thought you might like that. Hell, let's push it even further and call it Captain America: Please Go See the Avengers when it comes out in theaters. Oh, that might be pushing it a bit far, though. Or maybe we could call it Captain America: The Avengers is gonna be so good, you guys. Or maybe we could stick to Captain America: The First Avenger? Okay, fine, but how about about this? Instead of having a post-credit scene, we have an actual commercial for the Avengers. That's pretty heavy-handed, but okay. Awesome. So what happens in the movie? Well, this guy Steve Rogers wants to fight in World War II, but he has a bunch of health problems and he's really small. How small are we talking? It's gonna look like we CGI'd the head of a full-grown man onto the body of a third grader. Oh, that sounds kind of disturbing, visually speaking. Yeah, not gonna lie, it's gonna be pretty unsettling to look at. Wow. Anyway, so he goes into this training camp to see if he's a good fit to be a super soldier. Okay. And this colonel decides to test the soldiers by throwing a fake grenade at them. Oh my god. And Steve Rogers jumps onto the grenade without any hesitation, so they're like, yeah, this is our guy. Oh, and they're gonna have to cure his depression before he becomes a super soldier? What? I mean, without hesitation, he tried to kill himself. No, it was like a bravery thing, not a I wanna die kind of thing. Oh, my bad. I thought he was like, oh, here's my way out. Anyway, so then we're gonna do the scientist thing from Iron Man 1. What scientist thing from Iron Man 1? Well, you know how in Iron Man 1, there's a kind-hearted scientist with a foreign accent who helps the hero get his powers and then dies immediately after? Yeah. Well, in this movie, we're gonna have a kind-hearted scientist with a foreign accent who helps the hero get his powers and then dies immediately after. Are people gonna mind that we're doing the exact same thing again? No, he's gonna have a different foreign accent. Oh, okay. Nobody's gonna notice then. Right. So then what happens? Well, then this bad guy steals the only thing of super soldier serum left. So Cap chases down his car through the streets of New York on foot, and then he dives into the water and pulls him out of a moving submarine, and he's just super powerful now. Oh, so that colonel must be super excited that the procedure worked. No, he's like, I have no use for you. He says no to a guy that chased down a car on foot and pulled a guy out of a moving submarine. That's what we're going with. Well, okay then. So he becomes an entertainer for like 10 minutes of runtime. Why would we have that in the movie? Literally just to explain why he has a silly name and a costume. Oh, okay. And is there a villain in the film? Yes, sir, there is. And he has pretty much the same powers as Captain America, but evil. Oh, the bad guy has the same power set as the hero? I don't think we've done that in a Marvel movie yet. Really? Oh, wait, no, we have, repeatedly. Oh, should I switch it up then? Oh, hell no. Well, okay. So what's this guy's name? His name is Red Skull. Oh, that is a really good villain name. Yeah, it is, but most of the time people are gonna refer to him by his given name. What's his given name? It's Schmidt. Oh, that is substantially less cool. Yeah, so anyway, he's obsessed with this thing called the Tesseract. What's the Tesseract? It's like this glowing blue Avengers commercial that has the power of the gods. Wow. We're also gonna have a love story going on between Cap and this agent Peggy Carter. Oh, yeah? Yeah, she's gonna be the love of his life, so it could be like a recurring thing.
I don't know, C-Dub.
Wow, so how
Probably
long are they
because
together?
Ryan
Not
George
at all,
still can't
actually.
afford
They
Ryan
kissed
Reynolds.
once. Oh, well, in movies, I guess a single kiss does basically mean you're in love. True, although Cap is gonna kiss someone else in the movie. Oh, really? Yeah, and Peggy's gonna get super mad and shoot
Natalie
a gun
Dormer.
at him. Oh my god, and this is a love story for the ages? Yeah, it's gonna be real romantic. If you say so. I do. So you said this movie takes place during the Second World War. It's gonna be hard to have Cap appear in a modern-day Avengers movie. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah. We're just gonna have him make, you know, the most unnecessary sacrifice ever. What do you mean? Well, he's gonna be in a plane that has bombs in it, so he's gonna crash it into a frozen ocean. Right, seems unnecessary to be in the plane when it crashes. Yeah, but this way he turns into a capsicle, and at the end of the movie, we'll have him wake up in a modern-day commercial for the Avengers. I love it. Yeah, so, you know, you could remove that actual commercial from the post-credit scene if you want. No, that stays. Fair enough. So wait, what happens to Red Skull? Oh, well, he's gonna touch the Tesseract, and something is gonna happen. Oh, what's gonna happen? Like a space beam. He's gonna disappear. I don't know. What are you talking about? Yeah, I figured I'd just do that, and some future screenwriter can figure out a way to make it clever. Okay, man, we'll try to shoehorn in an explanation somewhere down the line. Awesome, thank you.
Think your taxes are simple? You could file for free with H&R Block. More people qualify for H&R Block for
So, you have a Captain America sequel script for me? Yes, sir, I do. It's called Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
Okay. I'm very interested to see what he's going to pick apart about what, frankly, I consider and what, like, everyone should consider the best MCU movie that exists currently.
Oh, The Winter Soldier, huh? Let's see what that's all about. Yeah, I'd much prefer if you didn't Google the title. Oh, The Winter Soldier is Bucky Barnes, Cap's friend from the first movie. Yes. Was that supposed to be a twist or something? Yeah, it's like this big mystery during the whole movie. Oh, well, maybe you shouldn't put The Winter Soldier in the title. I mean, I'd have to come up with another title and everything. Oh, yeah, I guess that is like the whole thing. Yeah, I mean, people that don't use the internet will be surprised. They sure will. So what's the movie about? Oh, well, we're gonna find out that Hydra was secretly operating within S.H.I.E.L.D. this whole whole time, so the whole agency's compromised.
What?
Yeah, pretty crazy, right?
Yeah, it sounds super cool, but doesn't it kind of mess up some of the movies we've made already?
What do you mean?
Well, like that means that in the Avengers, Hydra actually had the Tesseract.
Oh, yeah, I guess they did.
Also, why would Hydra let Nick Fury put together the Avengers in the first place?
Yeah, I guess they wouldn't have allowed that to happen.
We also had Tony Stark go into S.H.I.E.L.D.'s computer in the Avengers and see all their dirty little secrets.
Yeah, I guess you would have noticed the giant evil organization lurking within.
Probably.
But it's gonna be a cool movie, though.
Oh, it is. Okay, then.
Yeah, so
It
anyway,
is a
Hydra
cool
wants to
movie.
launch
God
these
damn it,
3
he's not wrong.
helicarriers, and these things will kill people by the millions.
Okay.
And Nick Fury starts to figure out that something
Oh,
fishy
nice.
is going on, so Hydra tries to assassinate him.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, well, luckily everybody has horrible aim, so he does pretty well for himself.
Oh, good.
But then the Winter Soldier shows up.
Oh, Bucky shows up?
Well, yeah, but we don't know that it's Bucky yet.
Yes, we do.
And he shoots an explosive thing at Fury's car.
Why didn't they start with that?
They wanted to play with the little guns first, I guess? I don't know.
Fair enough.
Anyway, then it turns out that Nick Fury dug a hole in the ground and escaped through there.
Oh, holes are tight.
Ugh, that didn't sound good at all, did it? Not at all, sir.
My bad. So anyway, I guess Bucky chases him down the hole.
No, that's where the scene's gonna end.
But isn't Nick Fury all banged up? He can't have gotten far in a little tunnel.
The scene's over. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, okay then.
Anyway, so then Nick Fury's gonna go to Cap's apartment and be like, hey buddy, S.H.I.E.L.D. is compromised.
Oh.
And then he's gonna get shot and he's gonna die.
For real?
Of course not.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
So then Hydra is suspicious of Cap and they try to take him out when he's leaving S.H.I.E.L.D. headquarters.
Oh, so they're gonna shoot him or something?
No, they're gonna send some guys to try to take him down in hand-to-hand combat.
Seems like a pretty dumb strategy.
Yeah, like this is Captain America. Obviously don't try that.
Does it work though?
Of course not.
Right, obviously.
Yeah, Captain can jump out of an elevator and escape on a motorcycle.
Very exciting.
But then an attack plane thing is gonna get in his way.
Oh man, is it gonna be hard for him to take down an attack plane thing?
No, it's gonna be super easy.
Barely an inconvenience.
Oh really?
Yeah, we're gonna do this cool thing where physics stop mattering.
We are?
Yeah, he's gonna
Yes.
jump from his motorcycle to the plane thing. Then he's gonna basically play pinball with his shield, which by the way is a boomerang now.
Wow.
And later he's gonna meet up with Black Widow, and she's just gonna keep asking him about his love life the whole movie.
She's a girl.
Yeah, and they're gonna find out that Zola kept his consciousness alive in a computer system from the 70s.
Zola is in one of the bad guys from the first Captain America movie?
Yeah.
Wow, nobody really ever dies in Marvel movies, huh?
Yeah, do you think that's gonna be less and less surprising every time we do it?
I mean, as long as we don't get too crazy with it, like let's not bring back Red Skull one day or something.
yeah, that would definitely be overdoing it.
Oh yeah, that'd be weird.
Anyway, then stuff is getting really bad, so they need to find someone they can trust to help them out.
Oh, so who do they go to?
Well, obviously, they get in touch with the Avengers.
No.
What?
This movie doesn't have the budget for Avengers. You're already pushing it with Black Widow.
But we've established that they all exist in the same universe and they trust each other.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
Man, it feels like it's gonna be hard to make solo movies now that the Avengers came out.
Yeah, I mean, why do you think we're heading to space with the Guardians of the Galaxy this year?
Alright, I guess I'll throw in a scene where Captain America meets like a friendly guy while he's jogging or something.
And that guy'll turn out to be kind of a superhero?
I mean, I guess. Could be Falcon from the comics.
That works for me.
Well, alright then. In their time of need, they turn
That's
to
funny,
a
C-Dub.
guy that Captain America met once while he was jogging.
Fantastic.
And then later we're gonna have Black Widow infiltrate a meeting with the head of Hydra using a high-tech face mask.
That sounds familiar.
It's from Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible, that's it.
And then Cap and Bucky are gonna fight in an exploding helicarrier, and Cap's gonna fall out of it into the water.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but then Bucky's gonna end up saving Cap from drowning. It's gonna be nuts.
Oh, that's gonna be so cool to watch.
Yeah, we're not gonna show that actually.
Oh.
So what do you think of the movie?
It sounds pretty good. I like it.
Yeah, you don't think destroying S.H.I.E.L.D. is gonna impact anything moving forward?
I can't think of a single way that it could.
There's some big threat out there.
There's no use fighting.
You are gonna help me stop it.
Bucky, you have the wrong people. We have all.
Alright, I don't want to get struck. Fuckers.
So you have that new Captain America script for me? Yes, sir, I do. Now, I should inform you there's a rumor going around Hollywood right now. Oh, what's that? Apparently this year, everybody's gonna be making movies about heroes fighting heroes. There's gonna be Batman versus Superman. In Transformers, they're gonna fight Optimus. In the new Fast and Furious, they're gonna fight Dom. Wow, it sounds like everybody's gonna be doing the same kind of crap this year. Yeah, it sounds that way. So I figured we would too. Great. It's gonna be called Captain America Civil War. What's that gonna be like?
True,
It's gonna be like
very
if a kid
legit
took out
evergreen
all his
content.
superhero toys and just started smashing them together. Sounds awesome. Yeah, so we're gonna have the government be mad at the Avengers about all the damage caused in Sokovia and Washington, D.C. and New York City. Wait, didn't the government try to nuke New York City? They did. And nobody's gonna bring that up? No. Okay, so anyway, we want the Avengers to sign the Sokovia Accords. That would give them all government oversight and kind of keep them in check. So Tony and some others are like, yeah, but Captain America and some others are like, no. Oh, the conflict is brewing. Yeah, it's pretty serious. It's like the Avengers are being torn up from the inside. Wow, so there's no need for a villain. Well, no, there is a villain. What does he want? For the Avengers to be torn up from the inside. Huh. His name is Zemo, and his family was killed in Sokovia. So he's gonna do like all kinds of crazy stuff. Like he's gonna bomb the United Nations and frame Bucky for it. Wow. Yeah, and that's gonna kill the King of Wakanda, so Black Panther's gonna wanna kill Bucky too. Oh, Black Panther is in this?
Funny, bro.
Yeah. Wow, there is a lot going on. Oh yeah, the movie's gonna be super stuffed. So like half the movie's gonna be setting up future movies. At least. I love it. And we're also gonna have this huge fight at an airport that's gonna involve... Oh, sorry, just a second. Hello? Really? We did? Well, that's great news. Yeah, no, we'll put him in there for sure. Thank you. What's up? Okay, so I just got word that we can now use Spider-Man in the MCU. Oh, wow, that's amazing, right? So let's shove him in there somehow. In Civil War? Yeah, we could have Tony recruit him onto his team for that airport fight. Do you think people are gonna mind that doesn't make much sense? What do you mean? Well, Tony's whole thing in this movie is about superheroes being more responsible, right? So we probably shouldn't have him recruit an untrained child and throw him into a fight with the world's most powerful heroes and put him in mortal danger. Okay, yeah, no, I see what you're saying. It doesn't make too much sense, but also look at it this way. It's Spider-Man. No, yeah, that's a good point. People love Spider-Man. They do. Oh, and I'm gonna get somebody really hot to play Aunt May. Really? To play Aunt May? Yeah, well, I mean, what two words come to mind when you think of the character Aunt May? I don't know, old lady? Sex symbol, exactly. That's... Well, hey, while we're at it, let's throw Ant-Man in here. How would we do that? Just toss him onto Captain America's team. Wasn't his whole movie about not wanting to go to jail and jeopardize things with his daughter? Yeah, pretty much. But we're gonna have him jump onto the side of international fugitives, no questions asked. That's exactly right. Okay. Toss Hawkeye in there too. But he retired to be with his family. Yeah, but here's the thing about that, though. I don't care. I mean, if we're gonna overstuff this movie, let's go all out. Yeah, no, fair enough. So what happens at this airport fight? Well, I figure we just give every character a couple of one-liner jokes, maybe 1 or 2 fight scenes each, and call it a day. Sounds like a classic Marvel fight. But I was thinking because, you know, somebody should get hurt during a fight with the world's most powerful heroes that maybe we kill War Machine at the end. No. No, none of that things having consequences business. Okay, can he be injured, maybe? It just feels like something should happen. Fine, he can get hurt, but he has to be in recovery at the end of the movie. Thank you. But that's it, though. No more consequences. I promise nothing else will have much impact on anything at all. Good. So how does it end? Well, you know that bad guy I mentioned earlier? Yeah? Well, he's gonna have this thing where other than a minor hiccup at the beginning, everything's just gonna kind of go his way. What do you mean? Okay, so because Natasha released some Hydra files, he knows that something happened in 1991 involving the Winter Soldier. So he tries to find out what it is by interrogating this Hydra dude, but it doesn't work. The hiccup? Right, but from that point on, everything's gonna be super easy, barely an inconvenience. I'm listening. So he decides he needs to interrogate Bucky himself, but Bucky is in hiding. So he bombs the United Nations and frames Bucky to kind of flush him out. Wouldn't being framed just send him deeper into hiding? You'd think so, but it works almost immediately. Oh, wow. Yeah, so then Zemo kills a psychiatrist that's supposed to interview Bucky and takes his place. Isn't anyone familiar with the psychiatrist they hired, or at the very least know what he looks like? You'd think so, but luckily for Zemo, apparently nobody does. Okay. Then he finds out what the 1991 thing was, and luckily for him, it involves the Winter Soldier and Tony's parents. That's convenient. Very. And then luckily for him, Captain America decides to go against everybody, and somehow he and Bucky manage to escape together. Then luckily for Zemo, everybody follows him to Siberia. And there's an actual videotape of Bucky killing Tony's parents in 1991 because luckily for him, there was a security camera in that exact spot in the middle of a forest road, and for some reason Hydra decided to keep it in their records. And then Tony sees it, and luckily for him, even though Tony now knows that the Winter Soldier was brainwashed and framed and not actually responsible, he immediately loses his mind and tries to kill both Bucky and Cap. Wow, that's all super lucky. So then there's a fight, but at the last minute, Cap doesn't kill Tony. You're damn right he doesn't. So then they're like, well, we're not friends anymore. anymore, but also we're still friends and call me anytime. I love it. You think it's gonna do well? Well, I'm looking at this as kind of a test. What do you mean? I have this theory that stuffing more and more characters into our movies translates to more money at the box office. Interesting. Yeah, and so if this movie does well, we can just go crazy with it. Fingers crossed.
It's not entirely unpleasant seeing you again.
So, you have a new Marvel show for me? Yes, sir, I do. It's gonna be called The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Okay. What characters is it gonna follow? The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That explains the title. Great work so far. Yeah, and so Sam is struggling with the fact that Steve Rogers left him the shield, right? So he gives it to a museum. Oh, okay. And Bucky's dealing with some government-mandated therapy and hanging out with his buddy, the really old guy, Yori Nakajima. Oh, that's cute. Whose son he murdered. Oh my god. Yeah, well, he did it while he was brainwashed, and he's kind of building up the courage to tell Yuri about it as part of his recovery. So he's like trying to get over having been the Winter Soldier. Exactly. And so then the government names this guy John Walker as the new Captain America. Oh, I hate this guy already. Actually doesn't seem like such a bad guy. Oh, but he's such a bad guy. Okay. But he's not that bad eventually, kinda. But not great. Oh, I don't know how to feel about this guy, but I'm captivated. Anyway, so then we're gonna find out about this terrorist organization called the Flag Smashers. And what's their deal? Well, they want the world to go back to the way it was before everyone was snapped back, because everything's all messed up now. Messed up how? Well, this organization called the Global Repatriation Council are trying to get things back the way they were before the blip, because now people are living in each other's houses, there are refugees, it's a mess. And so what's their plan? Oh, well, about 20 of them have taken super soldier serum, and their plan is to get out there and go get it done. What? They're gonna head out there, go get it all taken care of. I don't get it. Well, listen, sir, they have a vague plan, probably. I'm gonna need you to get all the way off my back about what it is exactly. Oh, okay, let's get off of that thing. Anyway, so their leader's the surprisingly young lady, Carly Morgenthau, and she wears a mask and she's like mean, but you kinda get where she's coming from. It's just that her methods are questionable. Oh, sounds a lot like that Enfys Nest character from Solo: A Star Wars Story. Oh yeah, I guess it does. Well, we'll make sure to make it different enough. Okay, good. Who should we get to play her? How about that Enfys Nest actress from Solo: A Star Wars Story? Oh yeah, she's great. Good call. Great. So what's her deal? Why does everybody look up to her? Well, because she keeps saying things like, our movement is strong. Okay. It's time to make ourselves heard. All right. Is she like super charismatic or something? No, she just quietly says vague things, and everyone's really into that, apparently. Well, okay then. So what else is going on in the show? Oh, well, we're going to tackle some really important topics like racism in America. Oh, we are? Yeah, we're going to have this whole storyline with this old African-American super soldier, Isaiah Bradley, that the government did tests on. Really heavy stuff. Well, yeah, important stuff to tackle for sure. Yeah, also Baron Zemo's gonna do a little dance. What? Well, we gotta balance out some of the heavier stuff with some lighter stuff, so Baron Zemo's gonna hit the dance floor. Okay, what's Zemo doing in the show anyway? Well, Bucky and Sam realize they need his help, so they break him out of jail, and he's much sassier now. Well, great. Yeah, so they head to this city called Madripoor, because they want to find out where the super soldier serum's being made. Right. And while they're there, they're gonna meet Sharon Carter. She's from the movies. She is, and there's this mysterious person in Madripoor called the Power Broker, and we don't know who it is. Is it Mephisto? What? No. Sorry, I'm still a little riled up from the WandaVision pitch. No, this Power Broker seems to be a very influential person in Madripoor. They're pulling a bunch of strings, they have crazy access to stuff. Okay. Anyway, so Sharon Carter seems to be a pretty influential person in Madripoor. She's pulling a bunch of strings, she has crazy access to stuff. Oh, so Sharon is the Power Broker. What? No. I feel like with the clues you've laid out, though, it's not. Nobody knows who the Power Broker is. I feel like it's pretty obviously her, though. Also, Zemo's gonna put on his purple mask from the comics. Oh, why does he put that on? Because it's gonna look good in the trailers. Can't argue with that. The Flag Smashers, they start doing really intense stuff, like they bomb this GRC headquarters place, kill a bunch of innocent people. Oh. Carly straight up calls Sam's sister and threatens his nephews. So she's like full-on evil. No, actually, we're gonna act like she's misunderstood. I don't know, seems pretty intense. Yeah, we're gonna act like she's misunderstood. If you say so. So eventually, her and the Flag Smashers are gonna fight against Walker and his partner Lamar, and we're gonna see that Walker's taken some super soldier serum. Oh, he has? Yeah, and one of Carly's people is holding Walker because their plan is to stab him to death because he's a symbol, but then Carly accidentally kills Lamar. Oh no. Yeah, so then Walker runs over to Lamar, and the Flag Smashers, they all run away. Well, why don't they finish the job and kill Walker like they were trying to do? Well, because this part of the scene is over, so they scatter. Oh, okay. And then then Walker gets all mad and he kills that guy that was holding him so Carly could stab his heart. Okay, seems pretty reasonable. It's not actually, because the bad guy was down and a bunch of people were watching. Right, yeah, no, killing is bad, but Bucky and Sam have killed bad guys too, right? Oh no, they do for sure, but this guy was down and he was like, please don't kill me, so it's different. Maybe some of the people Bucky and Sam killed would have said that too if they hadn't died so quickly. I guess we'll never know. Because they died. Because they died, yeah. So then Walker gets fired as Captain America and he starts to make his own shield. Oh, I bet that's gonna come into play later. Yeah, no, not really though. It gets smashed immediately when he starts fighting with it. Right, that wasn't vibranium. I guess that makes sense. It's just kind of a metal circle, really, but we're gonna hype it up in a post-credit scene. Sure, why not? So Sam is gonna start training with the real shield, you know, how to lodge it into things, how to make it bounce and come back. Yeah, how does the shield work exactly? Well, it works however I need it to in whatever action bit I'm writing. Okay, great, that makes sense. So anyway, by the finale, the Flag Smashers are gonna have a pretty clear objective. Oh, they are? Yeah, they're gonna kidnap a bunch of GRC senators so they can't pass a resettlement vote. And so Carly sets a truck of hostages on fire. Okay, so we're done trying to paint her in a sympathetic light, right? No, we're still trying. She's okay. And get this, we're gonna find out that Sharon is the power broker. Right, yeah, I figured that out. No, you didn't. Who else would it have? This is a big twist that I wrote. Okay. So then Sam is gonna show up and he has this new Captain America flight suit that the Wakandans made for him. Oh, he does? Yeah, this thing's great. He's fully protected except the top of his head where his brain is. Oh, protecting everything except your brain cage is tight. And so Sam's gonna have to save a helicopter full of hostages. Oh man, it's gonna be tough for him to take out the pilot and make sure the chopper doesn't crash. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, it turns out one of the kidnapped senators on board that very helicopter knows how to fly the helicopter, so she takes over. Oh, hey, yeah, that worked out great. It sure did. And so eventually Carly's gonna be trying really hard to kill Sam because she's a sympathetic character, and then Sharon's gonna shoot her dead, so it's very sad. Is it? And then Sam's gonna carry her body because it's definitely a sad moment, and then he's gonna talk to some senators. Oh, he is? Yeah, he's gonna be like, stop calling the Flag Smashers terrorists. Well, I mean, they literally used violence and intimidation against civilians in pursuit of political aims, which is, you know, the definition of terrorism. Yeah, well, Sam's gonna tell them to not say that, and then he's gonna keep lecturing them for 4 to 5 minutes. Okay. And one of the senators gonna be like, okay, but logistically, what are we supposed to do here? And Sam's gonna be like, do better, Senator. Oh, you know, that does sound like it's gonna help a lot. It is. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. And so then Sam's gonna make sure that Isaiah's story gets told. Nice. And then Bucky's gonna go talk to Yuri and tell him what he did to his son. Oh, it's gonna be nice to see how that plays out. Then we cut away. Oh. Yeah, we get out of there fast. Kinda wish you let that moment breathe. Nope, I'm already gone before we even get to see the moment I've been building up to all season. Okay. And then during the end credits, we're gonna have the title card say Captain America and the Winter Soldier, so that's gonna be a nice moment for Sam, you know? Hasn't Bucky's whole arc been about not being the Winter Soldier anymore? Yeah, I guess I could have changed his title too, huh? Whoops. Whoopsie. So what do you think? Well, it sounds great. I'm just not sure about that Baron Zemo dancing thing. That seems like a weird thing to include. Well, I keep seeing this gif of Thanos twerking online, so I feel like the internet's really gonna like it. Okay, I mean, we could include a second of it, and if people want more, we could release that online.
With Geico, we can easily bundle home and car insurance and save even more.
Yeah, just like that breakfast burrito.
There isn't too much hot sauce, is there? I have a sensitive palate.
I actually like hot.
Okay. So I got to pee real quick. So I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right. Hot sauce.
So, you have a new Captain America movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. So the last time we saw Sam Wilson was in his Disney Plus show, and he solved everything by telling a senator to do better. Oh yeah, that was so iconic, the way he was like, "You're not very good at your job." Is he gonna save the day with a speech to a politician in this one too? Well, I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, he totally is. Oh my god, this is why people watch superhero projects. Yeah. So tell me about this thing. Well, what if I told you that part of the plot revolves around mining rights? I would scream. Part of the plot revolves around mining rights. Oh my god. Well, remember in the Eternals there was a giant celestial head that popped out of the earth and then we never spoke about it again? Introducing concepts and characters and not referencing them again is part of the brand now. Right, well I figured we'd start tying up some of these loose ends, so turns out the celestial head is full of adamantium. That's the stuff Wolverine uses to stab people. It is, so the president of the United States freaking wants a treaty about this stuff. And who's the president? Thaddeus Ross, remember him? Yeah, kinda. And also remember Dr. Samuel Stearns from The Incredible Hulk almost 20 years ago? Oh yeah, we teased something about him back in the day, didn't we? We did, and in this movie, we're gonna pay it off. Let the tease ripen for a couple of decades, sure. Yeah, and so President Ross is a little sad because he's now estranged from his daughter Betty Ross. Remember her from The Incredible Hulk almost 20 years ago? Wait, is this a Captain America sequel or an Incredible Hulk sequel? Well, sir, that's none of your business. Well, Captain America and Falcon get invited to this summit by the president, and they bring that old super soldier Isaiah Bradley with them. Okay. But then during the summit, he and a couple of other people get mind controlled and try to kill the president. Oh no, how'd they get mind controlled? Well, turns out Stearns has a big old scrotum brain now because he was exposed to Bruce Banner's blood in The Incredible Hulk almost 20 years ago. Did you say scrotum brain? And he's so smart he can do all kinds of things, like calculate probabilities real good. Oh, so he's like always right about the things that are gonna happen? Rarely, if ever. Oh, okay. So anyway, Isaiah Bradley gets arrested, and this former Black Widow, who's the head of Ross's security, she stops the other mind-controlled people. Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna cast someone distractingly small to play her. Great. Wait, what? Why? So then what happens? Well, Sam starts to investigate, and he gets ambushed by Sidewinder from the Serpent Society, who he had a little run-in with earlier in the movie. Okay. So then there's gonna be this cool action scene where it's gonna be like, oh no, is Captain America gonna be able to beat up this guy in his mid-60s? Is he? He is. Beating up senior citizens is tight. So through that guy, they find out about this old black site where they find old scrotum brain Samuel Stearns. Please stop saying that. Yeah, and so it turns out that President Ross had fully blamed the events of the Incredible Hulk almost 20 years ago on Stearns and kept him imprisoned here. Why? Well, he made him use his intelligence to help make him president, and then he said he'd pardon him, but he totally didn't. Rude. Yeah, and so Stearns is pretty upset about that and wants to sabotage him. Kinda understandable. So Stearns mind controls some fighter pilots and creates a big old conflict with Japan around the Celestial Island. Uh-oh. So Captain America surfs on a missile and saves the day, but Falcon gets hurt. Oh. Yeah, because I don't really want him in the third act of the movie. Why not? Well, because this is a Captain America movie. It's his journey. He's the one who has to be present while Thaddeus Ross has a character arc. Got it. But before that third act, Bucky Barnes is gonna show up. Oh boy, they're gonna team up again? No, he just gives Sam a little pep talk and leaves. He's gotta go. Oh, he's not gonna help out. No, he's busy. He's got other stuff to do. Okay. So anyway, then there's gonna be this big reveal that Stearns was actually giving Ross little doses of gamma radiation through these heart pills he was making for him. And what does that mean? It means that the frickin' president's gonna turn into frickin' Red Hulk. Oh, there's our trailer right there. Wait, no. There's our poster. There's our marketing. Well, this whole movie's kind of leading up to that as a big reveal. Big Red Hulk. Oh boy, that's a movie people want to see. That really takes the wind out of my air sails. Hulk smash! Okay, so anyway, the service agents, they start shooting at the Hulk, but that's not doing anything. They just immediately start firing at the president. They do. Huh. So now Captain America starts fighting him, and he brings them over to these cherry blossoms where Ross said he used to go with his daughter. Okay. And he tries to talk him down, but it doesn't work. He is simply too angry and hulky. Yikes. Well, gonna be tough to beat him now. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, because see, they're gonna fight a little bit, and then Sam's gonna talk him down. Didn't he just try that? Well, yeah, but this time it works. Why? Because. Well, okay then. So then the president involuntarily puts himself inside that big raft prison, and his daughter's gonna show up to visit him. Well, if we're gonna have a Betty Ross cameo, why not have her be the one to show up at the cherry blossoms and Have that be the reason the speech works this time. Hey, shut up and so Stern. Oh yeah, what happened with Stearns? How do they stop him? Oh, he turned himself in. He's all done. Oh, he did? Yeah, the movie's done, so he stopped trying to do stuff. Well, that's nice of him. Oh, he is gonna have a post-credit scene where he's in the raft and he tells Sam, hey, did you know there are gonna be more movies in the future? Stuff's gonna happen. Very cool. Should Bruce Banner show up since this movie seems to be wrapping up a bunch of his storylines? No. Okay. So what do you think? I mean, we've got Captain America, we've got a big old red Hulk. I think Marvel is back, baby. Yeah, people are gonna go nuts for this. Hi, this is Ryan George from The Thing You Just Watched. Please enjoy this.
That's great. So this is the one right here. You want me to watch this motherfucker? All right, let's watch this motherfucker. And then I'm probably going to call it because I had to work this morning and I'm tired. We'll watch this motherfucker real quick.
Stay tuned after the episode for a special look behind the scenes. So, you have a movie for me? No, sir, I don't. What? We rolling? Okay, great. From the very start of Pitch Meeting back in 2017, I always knew that episode 400 would have the characters not have a movie and then kind of scream and explode. And when you're crafting such a complex narrative, it's very helpful to have that roadmap to you know exactly where you're going. Knowing from the jump where this was headed, it allowed us to do things like sprinkle in elements of foreshadowing.
Sup, Brennan?
That new Wonder Woman script for me? I'm going to explode in episode 400. Great. Yes, I did see some people on the internet figuring out where this was headed, but that's the thing about the internet, you know? People work just as hard making theories as they do discrediting them. So no, I wasn't too scared about the big reveal being spoiled, despite those little Easter eggs that I sprinkled throughout. And then a third eye pops out of Doctor Strange's forehead. We're both going to explode in episode 400. So what do you think? I remember when Ryan told me that my character would explode in episode 400, and I thought, you know, that makes a lot of sense. You know, Pitch Meeting is a show that's full of metaphor and imagery, so what better way to climax than with explosion? Or as my character would say, climaxing with explosion is tight. The decision to cast somebody with such a thick French-Canadian accent was a difficult one, but as soon as I saw Jean-Guy's audition tape, I said, that's our guy. Salut, moi c'est Jean-Guy Tremblay Desjardins, j'ai 18 ans, puis je m'essaye pour le rôle de producteur Guy. Wow, 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 wow. C'est quoi ce texte-là, tabarnak? He just had this undeniable electricity. I said, I don't care how many extra hours we spend on set so we can learn his lines phonetically. Get me Jean-Guy Tremblay Desjardins. I don't understand why I got part, but it's good for me. Obviously, for Jean-Guy to fully immerse himself in this world we were trying to create, I made him watch every available episode of the original British version. A spot of pitching. Right then, you've got a film for me, have you?
What the fuck?
Indeed, sir.
What the fuck?
A little bit of a faff, was it? Actually, piece of piss, that. Oddly lifted a finger. What? J'ai rien compris de ça. Honestly, what was most challenging about casting someone like Jean-Guy is who do you find to play off of that, just to match his wild energy? That's why from the very get-go, we made the decision to make a 3D model of Jean-Guy wearing glasses, which meant we can then have Jean-Guy also perform as screenwriter guy using motion capture technology. You know, people do ask, how can a show like Pitch Meeting have a budget of $3.3 million per episode? Well, stuff like that is a big reason why.
Why didn't you just have him, like, wear glasses and play the other character?
Oh, fuck. I think what sticks with me from Pitch Meeting is everyone making the show is like we become big family. Tu sais, dans le sens où j'aime pas vraiment ma famille puis on se parle pas. Where do we go from here? That's
the big question. How do you top such an explosive episode? Well, people are just gonna have to stick around to find out. That's all I can say. Honestly, that's all I can say. Hello, this is Ryan George from the thing you're currently watching, but like for real now. First of all, I just want to say thank you so much for watching all these years. Never in my wildest dreams would I have thought I'd make 400 of these, and I've had some pretty wild dreams. One time, a snake was also a turtle. This show and your support have been life-changing for me, so truly, madly, deeply, thank you. Next, I want to talk about this channel a little bit moving forward. Making 400 weekly episodes has taken up a good chunk of every week of my life for the better part of a decade. To quote John Coffey from The Green Mile, I'm tired, boss. To quote Tom Hanks's character from The Green Mile, oh good, I can pee again. Thanks for fixing my bladder infection. If I really think about it, that first quote is much more relevant to what I'm talking about today. So I have made the decision to stop grinding these out every single week and take a little bit of my life back. This isn't a shutdown, this is a slowdown. I would like to reconnect with the fun of making these again, and it's been a little while since I've felt that, to be honest. Today's episode was the most fun I've had making something on this channel in a long time, and I think that stepping away from the weekly churn of it is gonna help me reconnect with that fun side. I kind of feel like I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel to fill in those off weeks when there aren't new releases. My daughter's turning 1 in a couple of weeks, and I should really introduce myself. I'm also really excited to kind of take this extra time to explore other avenues, you know, whether it's on my other channels or maybe live shows or other media. I just want to spread my wings a little bit. Maybe visit a vet and see why I have wings now. When I take my shirt off, I look like Angel from X-Men with a dad bod. So I know this will be disappointing for some, but instead of doing weekly releases of pitch meetings, it's going to be more of a monthly thing, sometimes twice a month if it's a busy month for movies. Supplementing those videos on this channel will be a monthly compilation. People have expressed that they really like watching those while they poop or eat or sleep, and it's an honor to be a part of your bodily functions, to be quite frank. Once a month, there's also going to be a classic re-uploaded pitch meeting from the old channel. Remember that? Remember the old channel? I have made sure with the people that run this pitch meeting channel that these are going to be properly identified and stand out as different. So if you don't want to watch any old things, you don't click on them. Just watch the new stuff. Other than that, I will be live streaming Fortnite on this channel from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. every weekday. I thank you guys so much for all your support over the years, and I hope you'll stick around for this new chapter. I will see you soon, and I will be a little more well-rested and sane.
That's fun. All right. Okay. 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 It was kind of light on news tonight. But we talked about some rando shit, had some fun, watched some funny videos, had some fun. We had fun. We still had fun. It don't matter. But I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm tired. Like I said, I had to work today. I'm not going to have to work like what they say, maybe every 5th or 6th Saturday, so it's not like a big deal, but I'm tired. I had to get up. So I'm going to get the fuck out of here. But of course, not without first saying that y'all are the shit. You're awesome. And I am very grateful that you hang out here with me on a regular basis. I appreciate you. So make sure you hit the buttons. And we'll see you Tuesday night for the first completely old Daredevil-free episode of Born Again. 9 p.m. Tuesday night is our next gathering in the basement. All right. Much love, y'all. Thanks for being here. Peace. Okay, y'all. I had fun tonight. I hope you had fun tonight. We'll see you Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, for the first completely new episode of Daredevil Born Again. Too bad it's the second to last one, but hey, let's enjoy these last 2 weeks of Daredevil. See you then. 9 p.m. Later.